Hello, everyone. This is going to be my review for Star Trek Into Darkness. I know that there has been two people out there asking me what I think of the movie, and instead of writing a big long post that nobody reads, I thought I would make a video that no one would watch. Of course, with Elliot helping me, of course everyone's going to watch. I just want to start to say that I did not like the original J.J. Abrams Star Trek movie in 2009. I did not buy into the alternate timeline thing. I didn't like the so-called nods that were done that seemed to twist the stuff from the original movies or in the original shows in the wrong way. I absolutely was not a fan, and I saw Star Trek Into Darkness thinking that I was definitely not going to like it. It turns out I really did like it. One of my problems from the original in the alternate timeline is that if somebody goes back in time and you change the timeline, it's no longer the same. You can't go back to the old one. Now, I asked Doc Brown about that in Back to the Future 2. But instead of arguing this and accidentally turning this into Star Trek Into Darkness, I would like to simply break down real quickly what a alternate timeline in a science fiction movie is. Well, it's an alternate storyline. And the problem is that anybody, once you've done an alternate storyline like this in the movie, anybody who comes in after to make other stuff isn't going to make movies from the old storyline. It's going to be from the new one. Also, I think they, I just did the original one, blowing up Vulcan, and kind of erasing a lot of the work that some of the series did between humans and Vulcans was just kind of thrown away, and that's really what upset me about the first one, or a lot of things like that that upset me about it. So I did like this one. I liked that it was his own movie, but there was a lot of stuff from Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, in it. I don't think that any of the nods or the repeating history that they did was making fun of it. I thought they did a great job, mostly because of the 15-minute video call that was made during the movie to another character really cemented me on the alternate timeline thing. I think his explanation of what was going on just made the alternate timeline more realistic. So I've bought into that. So I was able to enjoy the movie because of that. I like what they did. I like the interaction between Spock and Kirk. I like that they made Spock's human half more of a player than most of the original Star Trek stuff. Star Trek 4 kind of did, but for the most part, it was they didn't deal with it nearly as much as this one did. So that's actually something I think they did better. A lot of reviews that I watched didn't like Khan, didn't think he was a big enough character. I don't think he was supposed to be. I think staying away from trying to emulate or repeat or do anything close to Ricardo Montalban's performance of it would have been dangerous and ridiculous. I think the real bad guy was General Marcus, or Admiral Marcus, but the important thing was the interaction between Kirk, the rest of the crew, but mostly Spock. There's things I didn't like about it. There was some campy stuff. The spaceship coming out of the water, that wasn't that big of a deal because it was entertaining. It was cool special effects. We've never seen it in Star Trek before. It was really good. But my biggest complaint is that J.J. Abrams is a Star Wars fan. He's a big Star Wars fan over Star Trek, and has made Star Trek to look like Star Wars. All the space battles, all the gun battles, all of it looks exactly like, well, very similar anyways to Star Wars, which isn't a problem in and itself, but when I want something to look like Star Wars, well, I'll watch Star Wars. I mean, I don't really see why that was such a big deal. So the last two things that I liked was I got emotionally involved with the characters. Not Khan. Maybe I didn't hate him. Maybe I didn't like him. But the other characters I did. Yeah, I'm just trying to say stuff. Or trying to think of stuff without giving it. Just say Spock and Kirk. Spock and Kirk all the way through the end. And then the other thing is, I've never, ever been able to do this before in a movie. You know how when you watch a movie with somebody who's seen it 1,000 times and they quote the movie, they quote the lines before it happens? This is the first time I have ever been able to do that with a movie I have never seen before. Better Hurry. I was able to catch that. There was a couple other lines that were similar where they just set it up right and I was able to say it. There was a couple lines I said that they didn't do, but it would have been the point where it came in. Of course, this wasn't a direct redo of Star Trek 2, but if they had done it, Where Are We Going? Where they went, what if they went nowhere? But then this will be your big chance to get away from it all. Would be my favorite line from Star Trek 2 that they should have put in. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you did, to the two people that care, I appreciate it. And that was my review for Star Trek Into Darkness. Say bye, Elliot. Bye.